Hello students, as in the last lecture we had completed the sums based on the exercise number 1.1. So today we're gonna see the sums based on exercise number 1.2. As in the exercise number 1.2, your first question is what? How to find the square root of the following complex number. Okay, so square root of complex number. Suppose if I say if you want to find the square root of 9. So what you will say the answer of square root of 9? You will say answer it will be plus 3 or minus 3, yes or no. Suppose if I say square root of 16, so answer will be what? Plus minus 4, yes or no. Because uh, plus square will be what? 9 and minus square square plus 3 square will be what? 9 and minus 3 square also it will be 9 only, yes or no. So whenever you have to find the square root of any number, see to it that you will get two answer. One it will be in positive and second one it will be in negative. Okay, in that same case here we have to find the square root of the complex number. As what is complex number, we know that the format is what? A plus bi. Okay, and we have to find the square root of a complex number. Of course, a real number will have the answer in the form of real, and its complex number answer will be in the form of complex number only, yes or no. If like here we have to find the square root of 7 plus 24i, so of course the square root of 7 plus 24i, it will be in the form of what? A plus bi only, yes or no. Okay, so now it means what? For this question we have to find the square root of 7 plus 24i. Of course this is the complex number. Okay, so of course the answer will be, it will be in the form of complex number only. It will be in the form of a plus bi only. A real number will be equals to real number and complex number will be in the form of complex number only, yes or no. So this answer we have to find the square root of this answer, square root of 7 plus 24i. What will be the square root of 7 plus 24i? But we know that square root it will have plus or minus. So for this particular questions, whenever you have to find the square root of any complex number, see to it that you will get two answer. One it will be in positive and second one it will be in negative. Okay, okay, so let's see the procedure to find the answer for a complex number. How to find the square root of any complex number? As now we have to find the square root of 7 plus 24i, yes or no. So what will be the answer for this? We don't know, but we are sure that the answer for this complex number it will be in the form of a plus bi. So here we'll consider first step. Okay, first step you will write let square root 7 plus 24i be equals to a plus bi, because we know that a complex number answer it will be in terms of complex number only, yes or no. Okay, so here for each and every sum you will start writing with let square root of that particular number equals to a plus bi. Okay, that is the step number one for each and every sum. After that, what exactly you will do? Basically, the sums, whenever it is inside the square root, it becomes difficult for us to find the answer. So first, we'll remove this square root by taking square on both the sides. So here we'll do on squaring both sides. See to that whenever we have to find the answer of any particular question, and if that particular question it is inside the root, so it become very difficult for us to find the answer. So the best way is what? First try to remove this square root. So how to remove square root? We know that simply you have to take square on both this side. Okay, so on squaring on both the side we will get what? Squaring on both the side we will get what? So this part will be what? 7 plus 24i, as square root will get cancelled. A plus bi the whole square, as we have to take square on both the side, taking square on both the sides, so your square root will get cancelled and here you will get 7 plus 24i, and this side it will be a plus bi the whole square. After that 7 plus 24i it will be equals to this format look like what? A plus b the whole square. And we know that what is the formula of a plus b the whole square? It is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here a is a and in place of b is bi, so b square I square will come. Yes or no? So after this, the next step, we know that whenever we come across I square I cube, okay, when the power of I is more than 1, you have to replace the value. Yes or no? So here in place of I square will write minus 1. Okay, so therefore 7 plus 24i equals to a square plus 2abi minus b square. Yes or no? I hope you all understood till here. Okay, so after that, what exactly we have to do? As clearly we can see that there are three terms in the right hand side, in which these two terms are without I and this term it is with I. Okay, so we'll bring the terms without I together in the one bracket and we'll separate, we'll write this part separately, the term which contain I. Okay, I hope you all understood till here. After that, can I say the left hand side part, it is in the form of a plus bi, and your right hand side part, it is in the form of c plus di. Okay, so using the property, simply you have to equate the real numbers and the imaginary numbers. So here clearly we can see that this part and this part it is without I, and this section and this section it is with I. So here we'll write what? Equating the real and imaginary part. So we get a square minus b square equals to 7. Okay, we'll give this as equation number 1, and second as 2ab equals to 24. We'll give this as equation number 2. So clearly we can see that this part it is without I and this part it is with I. So equating the real and the imaginary part using this property, yeah, a will be equals to c and b will be equals to d. So that only I did here. Yes or no? Okay, so here we got two equations. Yes or no? Here one equation is a quadratic form, one equation is the quadratic form, and the second equation it is something different, a product of two terms. Yes or no? uh, as the power of a and b is what? 1, but we cannot say it is a linear equation. Okay, for linear equation the symbol should contain in between this two alphabet, the symbol should contain plus or minus. Okay, but here the power of a and b is 1. Okay, so now whenever you come across one quadratic equation and one this form, whenever the power of a and b is 1. Okay, okay, so now here what exactly we have to do whenever here we have one quadratic form and one uh, linear form like this. Okay, product of this two alphabet. So what exactly you have to do? Okay, we'll prepare one value here. Either you prepare the value of a or b, it is on you. Okay, so here I will prepare the value of b, so I will keep b as it is here, and I will shift this 2a down to the right hand side. Okay, and I will give this equation now as equation number 3. Okay, so after this, simply take this equation number 3 and substitute in the equation number 1. So after equating you will get one and second equation, first and second equation. Okay, from the second equation just find the value of a, either b, and substitute the value of 3 in equation number 1. So here, so we'll write substituting equation number 3 in equation number 1. Yes or no? So what is the equation number 1? It is a square minus b square equals to 7. Okay, so we'll keep this a square as it is, as the value of b is what? 24. Okay, 24 upon 2a. If you want you can reduce this number, like 2 ones are 2 12s are if you want. Okay, so here the value of b is 12 upon a. So the value of b is what? 24 upon 2. So this we can cancel this part 12. Yes or no? Here directly you can cancel it and then substitute the value, it is on you. Okay, so a square minus 12 square is what? 144 upon a square is what? A square equals to 7. Okay. Okay, so after this we'll cross multiply this part. So here a square into a square will be what? A raised to 4 minus 144 upon a square equals to 7. Okay, so therefore now a raised to 4 minus 144, so this a square will shift to the right hand side. So here this part will be what? 7a square. Okay, so now we'll arrange this equation. A raised to 4, this plus 7 will come to the left hand side, so it will become minus 7. Yes or no? And then minus 144 equals to 0. Okay, so now after this there are two different way in which you can find your answer. The first method is what? Taking let. Okay, so here I will show taking let. There are two different way in which you can find your answer. You can write this a raised to 4 as a square the whole square minus 7a square minus 144 equals to 0. Then after that take let a square as any one alphabet. So in place of a square, wherever you see a square, just write m. A square m, a square m. So here in place of a square we'll write m, and there we have square also, so m square minus 7m minus 144 equals to 0. So in short, in simple language, what I did here, I just converted this equation in a proper quadratic form. Okay, and then and we know that whenever it is a quadratic, we know that exactly how to find the value of that particular alphabet simply by solving this equation by using factorization method. What is factorization method? Splitting of middle term. Okay, so this is the one method, and second method is what? Keeping the value of a raised to 4 as it is, still we can find our answer. Okay, we can split our answer. So whenever the power is 2 of any alphabet or 4, still we can do splitting of middle term. Okay, remember this. Okay, so as I will stick with this method. Okay, you can solve this sum further by using this method also, just by taking let a square as m. Means in simple language, convert this equation in a proper quadratic form. As we know that quadratic means what? When the power of the variable is 2, it is known as quadratic. Okay, or else just by keeping a raised to 4 as it is, still we can able to find our answer. Here we know that uh, the product is 144. Yes or no? Then you can split it as, or you can split this as minus, yes or no, minus 16 and plus 9. As you will multiply minus 16 into plus 9, you will get minus 144, and minus 16 plus 9, you will get minus 7. Yes or no? I hope you all might be knowing how to solve a proper quadratic equation by factorization method, that means by splitting of middle term. Yes or no? Okay, so now after this, what exactly we have to do? As I told, simply by keeping a raised to 4 as it is, still we can able to find our answer. Okay, there is no need to convert this equation in a proper quadratic form and then find the answer. Without doing this process also we can find our answer of a. Okay, so here after this we can split this minus 7 as, we can write it as minus 16a square plus 9a square minus 144 equals to 0. After this, here clearly we can see that a square is common, so inside the bracket we will get a square minus 16. Yes or no? Okay, then plus 9 here is common, and inside the bracket here you will get a square minus 16 equals to 0. Okay, then after that, here we can write this as a square minus 16 in one bracket and a square plus 9 equals to 0 in the second bracket, and after that a square minus 16 equal to 0. Okay, and then a square plus 9 equals to 0. So therefore a square plus 9 equals to 0. So a square equals to 16 or a square equals to minus 9. Okay, as here we cannot consider this a square equals to 9 minus 9, because a is what, here we know that a is what, a is a real number. If you take square root on both the side, if you take square root on both the side, if you take square root on both the side, yes or no? So here square root will get cancelled. If you take square root on both the sides, square root on both the side, so here square root will get cancelled and here you will get a. And we know that square root inside the square root of negative number is there, negative number is there inside the square root. We cannot able to find the answer for that, as a is the real number. A square of real number cannot be negative. Okay, so here we have to neglect this number, you have to remove this number. So we have to consider a square equals to 16 as our answer, because a square equals to 16. Here if you do the taking square on both the side, taking square on both the side, taking square root on both the side. Okay, so here square root will get cancelled, and we know that whenever we take a square root on both the side, always we get two answer, yes or no. These are the basic steps. So your plus minus square root of 16 is what, 4. So here you will get one answer of a as 4 and the second value of a as minus 4. Okay, and here we cannot consider the value of a as minus 9, because when you do this step taking square root on both the side, we know that square of a real number cannot be negative, means inside a square root number cannot be negative. If inside the square root the number is negative, we cannot able to find our answer, because that answer indirectly or directly it get converted into complex number. Okay, so here we cannot consider this part as a square equals to minus 9. We cannot consider this part, as you will get the square root of real number as a negative. So here we have to consider a square equals to 16 as our answer. So when you will do the square root on both the side, and we know that when you take square root on both the side, you will get two answer, one will be in positive and one will be in negative. So if you are getting two answers of a, so of course you will get two answers of b also. Okay, so now how to find the value of b here? It is very simple. Check here. First we'll write if a equals to 4, then simply substitute this a equals to 4 in the equation number 3. Then b equals to is what, 12 upon a. So 12 upon 4. So 12 upon 4 is what? 12 upon 4 is what? 3. Yes or no? Now if a equals to minus 4, then b equals to what? 12 upon a. Yes or no? So 12 upon minus 4. So your answer will be what? Minus 3. So here we got the value of b also. Yes or no? Value of b also. So what is the value of b here? Value of b. The one value of b is what? 3. And the second value is what? Minus 3. Okay, so here you can write what? Here I will show. If a equals to 4, then b is 3. If a equals to minus 4, then b is what? Minus 3. Okay, so therefore, as the square root form is what? The square root we took, let square root 7 plus 24i equals to as a plus bi. So here you will get two answer. One will substitute a and b. So one answer will be what? 4 plus 3i. Okay, when you will substitute the value of a and b. The second answer will be what? When you substitute the value of a and b, here you will get minus 4 minus 3i. Okay, so that only I told, whenever you are finding the square root of any particular number, you will get two answer. One will be in positive and one will be in negative, yes or no? So if you want to find the square root of 16, you will get plus minus 4. So in the same way, here the square root of 7 plus 24i, it will be what? One answer will be what? 4 plus 3i, and second answer will be what? Minus 4 minus 3i. How you got this answer? Simply replace the value of a and b by this value. First you will put a as 4 and b as 3, you will get one answer. Then a as minus 4 and b as minus 3, you will get second answer. So here you will write the square root of 7 plus 24i is 4 plus 3i, okay, and minus 4 minus 3i. So these are the answer for the square root of 7 plus 24i. Okay, so in short, why, what exactly I want to explain and what exactly I want to say here. In short, you have to find, anyhow you have to find the value of a and b. So once again I will explain this sum. For each and every sum, the method and the procedure will be same. The change will be what? This question. So in place of this 7 plus 24i, it will be 8 minus 23i, 4 minus, okay, the value of a and b will be different, rest the method will be same. So the first step, you will write what? Let. Then after that you will take square on both the side. After squaring on both the side, you will equate the left hand side and right hand side, real and imaginary part, where you will get two equation. Okay, then rearrange the second equation in such a way that where you will get the value of p, either you will get the value of a. Then take this third equation, substitute in the equation number 1. Okay, then here you will get a quadratic equation split, where you will get two answers. Okay, and in each and every sum, one answer it will be negative and one answer it will be positive. You have to consider the positive numbers, because real square root of real number cannot be negative, so don't consider the negative term. Okay, skip, remove that number, that part, and take the positive number, then square root, where you will get two answers of x. It is common sense, when if you are getting the two answers of a, sorry, two answers of a, not x, two answers of a, so of course you will get two answers of b also, yes or no? So when the value of a it was 4, then b it was 3. When the value of a is minus 4, after solving here we got the value of b as minus 3. So in the last step, if we have a as 4 and b as 3, just simply substitute the value of a and b, you will get one answer, one square root of this answer. Then after that, replace a as minus 4 and b as minus 3, where you will get the second answer. So therefore here we got two answers of a particular number, square root of that particular number. As if I say the square root of 9, so you will say the square root of 9 is what? 3 and minus 3. Like that only, here we got one answer in positive, one answer in negative, like that. Understood? Okay, so in this way you have to present your sum. I hope you all understood this sum. Okay, just by doing some basic algebraical part only, I had explained this sum. Okay, there are some few more methods in which you can able to find your answer, but it's a basic part, just converting the given equation in a quadratic form. Then after that, do the factorization method, where you will get the answer of a. Okay, I hope you all might be knowing how to solve a quadratic equation by factorization method. Okay, means a splitting of middle term. So in each and every sum, you will get like this three equation. Okay, then always substitute the equation number 3 and equation number 1. This is the fixed format for each and every sum. You will substitute the equation number 3 and equation number 1, where you will get a quadratic equation. As I told, whenever the power of any variable is 2 or 4 also, still we can able to solve that particular equation by using factorization method. Okay, whether it is 2 or 4, we can do the splitting of middle term. Remember this. Okay, so here we got the answer. In this way you can present your sum and you can find your answer for any square root of a complex number. I hope you all understood this sum. Okay, so let's move on to the next few sums which are there in the exercise. Okay, so after this there are two three more examples in the exercise. Okay, so clearly we can see that what is the change here. Just the number of a and b is replaced. So in this question number 2, the value of a is what, 8 minus 8, and b is what, minus 6. Here it is 1 and here it is 4 root 3. For this question it is 3 and here it is 2 root 10. Yes or no? And for this question just bracket open, so here you will get 2 minus 2 root 3i. So here the value of a will be 2 and the value of b will be minus 2 root 3i. So in short you have to find here what, the square root of minus 8 minus 6i. For this here the square root of 1 plus 4 root 3i. Yes or no? For this it will be 3 plus 2 root 10i. For this it will be what, 2 minus 2 root 3i. Okay, and the method, as I told, the method it will be fixed. You will start with let equals to a plus bi. So here also you will write let equals to a plus bi, let equals to a plus bi, and let equals to a plus bi. It will be fixed. The fundamental and the method, the concept will be fixed. So first you will take let, then after that you will take squaring on both the side. Okay, after that you will equate the real and the imaginary part separately, where you will get uh, three equations. Look, okay, you will get actually two equations after comparing the left hand side and right hand side, equating the real and the imaginary part. For each and every question you will get two equation. Okay, then after that you will take the second equation, where you will prepare the value of either a or b. It is on you. It is not compulsory that you have to prepare the value of b only. You can prepare a also. Okay, so here where you will get third equation. Then after that for each and every sum you will take this third equation and you will substitute this third equation in equation number 1 in a such a way that where it this first equation it will get converted into a quadratic form. But here the power of the variable will be what, 4. As I told, whether it is the power of the variable is 2 or 4, still we can able to split the middle term. Means still we can find the answer by using factorization method, whether it is 2 or 4. Okay, so or else just convert this equation into a proper quadratic equation and then solve the answer. It is on you. Or simply just direct method also you can able to find your answer. So you will get a quadratic equation, then split, where you will get the values of a square as two answer. One will be in positive and one will be in negative. For each and every sum here also you will get two to answer. One answer will be positive and one answer will be negative. And see to that you will consider only the positive value. You cannot take the negative values, because we know that square root of real number cannot be negative. Okay, so you will take the positive value. In that positive value, when you will do the square root, where you will get two answer of a. And the same way, if we are getting two answer of a, so we'll get two answer of b. Okay, if you have two answer of a and two answer of b, so of course you will have two answer for the final square root of that particular number. Yes or no? So these are the steps which you have to follow. So these are the fixed step, whether it is 7 plus 24i, whether it is 8 plus, okay, 8 minus or 8 plus, whatever the number it is, but the method and the concept will remain same. Okay, okay, whether it is 1 plus 4 root 3, 3 plus 2 root 10, whatever it is, but the method and the concept will remain same. So in this way you have to present your sum and you have to find your answer for that particular square root term. Okay, I hope you all understood this sum. Okay, so please try this remaining four sums by yourself. And this all the five question actually it is from the exercise only. Okay, so out of that five question I took one sum and I had explained each and every step in which how to find the answer of a and b and how to find the square root. And the remaining four sums please try it by yourself. Okay, so that's the end of the question number one, we can say. So in the next lecture we'll see the next question. Okay, next question and next new concept. So till then, goodbye. See you in next lecture.